Hello Aries, welcome to your reading. After 2 days of really trying to get this one out, figured it was probably best to just wait till the eclipse was over. Feeling much better. Hopefully you guys are feeling pretty good. Feeling the effects, feeling the changes, the shifts. Hopefully things get back on track. So we have 2 weeks between like yesterday when the eclipse happened and the full moon eclipse that's going to be happening in Capricorn. So it's going to be a time of buildup. It's going to be a time of revision and change. And, a lot of unpredictable things can happen because Capricorn sits perfectly at home in your 10th house. There can be a lot of career focus or a lot of career work emphasis. So perhaps you do feel a little bit charged. You feel energized. You feel like, yeah, you know what? I'm ready to take it to the next level. I'm ready to make something happen for myself. So there's a lot of things that could happen. There's a lot of conversations that could come up out of nowhere. There's a lot of ideas flying around and a lot of desire for change, not just from you as an individual, but from your institutions. So, I think people are going to be open. Mercury retrograde does create an openness. And when it comes to self-expression, even though, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid just because it's like, oh my God, it's Mercury retrograde. I better not say anything. Say the stuff, because the brainstorming could actually perpetuate massive changes. So even if it doesn't turn into something concrete right away, it's good to get the ball rolling. So this Three of Coins is really fantastic for the full moon eclipse in Capricorn. And you'll start seeing, even if it's just internal, maybe nothing outside, maybe just internal, you'll start seeing things happen and start taking shape. And that then affects many areas of your life, That's a card of firm footing, which I think we all kind of are needing right now. So that's great. Okay, here's your card, right? Queen of Wands, Aries, holding herself back a little bit. Now, hopefully, it's not holding yourself back in a negative way, but rather holding yourself back in terms of being very mature about things. It's not a good time for drama because drama is going to be wildly misinterpreted. So when it comes to communicating, it's probably best to just let the other person or other people involved process. When it comes to romance and, some big issues could really be on the table right now in your personal relationships. Where is this relationship going? Are we going to get married? Are we going to have children? Is there a future here? These are kind of the big deal things that are literally on the table. So feel free to express the things that you want and that you need. However, don't necessarily expect a lot in return right away. There can be a delay, there can be a shift, there can be a change in the other person that you don't necessarily know about. Let them come to you in their own time. It's not a time for tell me now kind of stuff. The Mars and Leo, we all have to be careful of because it can all bring out the drama. All right, it can bring out our dramatic side. It can bring out the part of us that wants the attention and wants the answers. We all, that kind of thing. So just be cognizant of that. We've all got it going on. So if you have a tendency to be heated, please know that the other person is going to also get heated. So, you might as well keep it cool from the get-go. It's not about jumping the gun here. We do have a couple of weeks to just really ride it out, let the eclipse season pass. When the sun enters Leo, that's going to be an excellent time to actually start implementing a lot of things. Now it's time for processing. Capricorn is a very slow energy. It's earth, so we have to just kind of pace ourselves. That is hard for Aries to do by nature, right? To pace yourself. But hopefully life has gotten you to a point where you can relax. And now we have the Lovers reversed. Shifts. What can I say? If something is said that sort of puts a wedge between you and another person, for example, Aries comes to the table and says, I want marriage and babies, and the other person is like, oh my God, that sounds like my worst nightmare. Please do not feel like it's the end all be all. Please do not feel like it is officially over. The Lovers is a card connected with Gemini. We do have the mercurial rulership. We have the Mercury retrograde. So just because someone says something doesn't necessarily mean that that's hard and fast. It's not so black and white this month, and we need to keep that in mind. That's why the processing and the mature, honest, open conversation, slow conversation, there could actually be multiple conversations that happen over the course of the next couple weeks, where it's just kind of like this blossoming flower. And as you have one conversation, then you kind of step back and you think about it. And then you come forward again, have another conversation that's maybe a little bit more deep, a little bit more layered, pull it back. And it's kind of like this ebb and flow. People that are all in their feelings, they're going to perceive something as being like totally over. They're going to perceive something as so cut and dry, and they're going to run away, and they have the potential to like really lose out on something really fantastic. This can also apply in a work scenario. Okay, I have to put work on the table for you guys because it is 10th house full moon. So you bringing an idea to the table, to your superiors, I want a promotion, I have this great concept, I have this great new system, I have this whole new marketing initiative idea, whatever it is. Don't expect them to just be like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Let them chew on it for a little while, let them think about it, come to the table with something new. You have to do this dance with the stars. You have to dance with the stars, and you have to be able, because Pisces is in your 12th house, we know how intuitive you are. We know how guided by your intuition you are. So you have to be able to feel out the room. Take the temperature, see what's going on. If it doesn't feel right to speak up, don't speak up. If it does, do. This is what I'm saying with the pacing yourself. You're doing this, that's probably what I'm going to call the reading, like dancing with the stars. Like that's what you're doing. You are dancing with the stars. So the Lover's reverse is not a hard and fast, cut and dry kind of deal. Nothing is this month. I think I even said that with one of the other signs. It's not so black and white as you think. And communication is real. Okay, well, we get the 8 of Wands with the 10 of Wands. Yeah, communication, you are probably going to be bombarded with new information from your partners, your friends, your coworkers, your bosses. You're going to have new things to chew on. So you, in turn, are going to have to do the processing. Let it come. It's not to overwhelm you. A lot of Aries could get quite overwhelmed this month. You could start feeling a lot of pressure of like, I need to start my future right now. It has to happen right now. That's by choice. If you want to feel burdened by your future, fine, but you don't have to, 10 of Wands is often, every card in the tarot is always connected with some kind of choice. And 10 of Wands, feeling burdened by everyone's expectations, feeling burdened by all the new tasks. Like, let's say you do throw something at your bosses and they do say, yeah, okay, let's do it. And then you're like, oh, wow, okay, that's going to be a lot of work. And then you kind of get started, like, fine. But if you perceive it as being a problem, then it's a problem. If you perceive it as an opportunity, then it's an opportunity. I often see the 10 of Wands as being like he's taking those wands back to his castle in the background there, for like, I don't know, like a new construction. He's remodeling, he's building a new wing on his castle or something, it's kind of a silly way to look at it, but he's not carrying those wands for nothing. It's not a problem. You are building something, you are going somewhere. There's going to be a physical manifestation, like an end result that comes from it. So by all means, like, work hard. By all means, let the new stuff come to you. There will come a time when, because this is just a lot of stuff getting thrown at the wall, and there will come a time when you start weeding things out and you say, okay, well, we tried a lot of things, we did a lot of experiments, we gave it a shot, we gave it our best go, but that's not working, that's not working, that's not working, that's not working. Probably come around the time with the full moon in Aquarius next month. But, for now, just let the new stuff come. There will be communication. There will be swift motion. Like, who you are right now you're going to be a different person in the next 2 weeks to an extent, your beliefs, your values, the things you want, your desires, it's all developing. And some of you are actually seeing a very real future take shape. And it can be disorienting because it's like you just never thought this was going to happen 3 months ago. Like 3 months ago, this wasn't even an option. And now all of a sudden it is. And some people, it's just like it's a hard transition sometimes from being a dreamer into a haver. Because some people identify with the dream. So once they stop dreaming and start having, they can hold themselves back. And I do see that some Aries, and some of you may be dealing with an Aries who are self-sabotaging big time right now because they're not willing to allow themselves to have the things that they've always wanted. If you're like trying to date an Aries right now and they're really pulling back and they're like saying weird stuff and they're like acting all bizarre, yeah, because they actually are afraid of being happy. They actually are afraid of connecting. They're afraid of intimacy. They're afraid of whatever. Okay? So if you are dealing with a problematic Aries, they're simply tapping into the negative vibration of kind of what's going on, and they're not processing things well. Some of them might be trying to escape. 8 of Wands, they're trying to escape the feelings. They're trying to escape the vibes, which we know never works because no matter where you are, you could be freaking living in bushland in Alaska in the woods, and life is still going to find you. You know, life still finds you. So they're kind of running away from just really nothing. 8 of Wands is always a wonderful opportunity. It's always such a gift to feel like we've like caught this wave and we get from point A to point B a lot faster. There's not a lot of resistance for Aries right now. Like catch the wave. Dance with the stars. Let them lead. Oh, okay, we got 2. More Wands. Loving all this fire vibes for you. Wow, excellent. See, what did I just say? It's not about the fight. Aries is not fighting. They're just rolling with it, hopefully. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to try to push back. Some of you may have like an enemy or a frenemy or someone who just kind of constantly is always kind of the more pessimistic role, or like at work they don't like you, or they work against you, or they don't want you to succeed, or like whatever it is. And I think that those people, like they just have so little power right now. Aries just sort of like skipped above them. If you have a friend who's like that, right, that you just like, you skip over them. The other people might not really like that you supersede them or that you go over their head kind of deal. But honestly, that's just what's going to happen. Because if you bring something high quality, you bring something relevant to the table, and everyone has all these opinions about everything, but then the higher ups like your ideas, well, then that person just becomes irrelevant. Like they're just, first they were over you, now they're under you kind of deal. That can work in sexual relationships too, you know? If you have friends that like don't like your boyfriend, but your boyfriend is like promising you a perfect life that you love and that you want, well, then your friend's opinion becomes irrelevant. So I don't see other people's opinions or other people's ideas. You know, I just don't see Aries taking on anyone else's concepts of their life. Like they're taking full ownership. Maybe that's a part of this 10 of Wands. Like you're taking full ownership for the remodeling of your little castle back here. Taking full ownership for the new construction of everything. And everything everyone else says is just completely out the window. Maybe this is the first time that Aries has genuinely listened to themselves in a really, really long time. This is part of the Chiron healing that comes through, right? You're going to have several years of this, becoming more and more in tune with your intuition. And then what happens, actually this card actually came out first. What happens is things start blossoming. We kind of know that with a new moon eclipse. We know that there are new beginnings there. We know that there's going to be this transition between the old leaving and the new sort of showing itself. So we're all just kind of holding our breath. You're holding your breath on the wave, but you're still holding your breath because that wave can kind of toss you around a little bit and you don't quite know Are you going to hit the rock bottom? Are you going to hit the reef? Are you going to cut yourself? Are you going to get hurt? Or are you going to make it all the way to shore safely and quickly? I think most of you are going to get to shore. There might be a few like scratches and bumps and bruises along the way, but in essence, you arrive at the shore unscathed. And this is also a card. Can we just talk about the sexual component of Mars in the 5th house in Leo? Hypersexual placement. So I know that some of you are going to be feeling like really amorous. If you're dating an Aries, like good for you. You're going to be feeling very, like that's how you want to express yourself. That's how you're going to want to connect. That's how you're going to want to like change things up. There could be some experimentation that happens. Hopefully, there's no like using sex kind of thing to avoid anything. Sometimes with a Queen of Wands reversed, she can be overly sexual, use her sexuality or indulge in sex, but it's an avoidance of something else. Hopefully that's not what's going on with you guys. But if it is, just be cognizant of it and just try not to avoid stuff. Okay, try not to avoid stuff. I think the Ace of Wands is going to be a card that also has a lot to do with communication. So where there may have been a very like a weird situation and a weird disagreement, or like, well, I thought you wanted this and now you're saying something, whatever it was. I think the Ace of Wands is the rectification of that. That's why I'm saying I don't think the Lover's reverse is that long standing. It's temporary, like real temporary. Okay. For those of you where you're like, oh my God, no, it's so not temporary. Like this is definitely over. Well, it blossoms into something new real quick. Very quick turnaround time. Okay. But if you let the stars lead, if you let the astrological environment take you to where you need to be, you're going to start seeing all these new things happen. Like, I think you'll be shocked. You will definitely be shocked and enjoy yourself. This is a card of fun, right? We like fun. We like social circles. 5th house Mars is going to be all about connecting with people, having fun, going to social events, weddings, parties. Graduation season's over, but you know, those kinds of things. 4th of July tomorrow here in the US. So, you know, there's stuff. There's stuff to go to. There's stuff to enjoy. There are other things to really pay attention to. So while you have your work stuff really going on and you have your money stuff going on, there's also like, yeah, let's just work hard and let's play hard. Let's enjoy this existence. Let's enjoy this season, because you feel stuff percolating and you know it's just a matter of time before like certain dreams become a reality. Hopefully none of you are finding yourself caught in a third-party situation. I just gotta say it. We do have the Lovers reversed, and I'm not gonna say that everything in this season is gonna be hunky-dory amazing for everybody, because we know it's not. This is gonna be a hard month for a lot of people. So if you're someone who's dealing with like a betrayal or a breakdown in a relationship, or you are like have no idea where this future is going, connecting with your friends is going to be the best thing for you, because they're going to give you some like perspective. Again, it's not about their opinions, and it's not necessarily that you're taking their opinions seriously, but at least they'll help you lighten your burden, because some of you may be carrying this unnecessarily and you may be blaming yourself and whatever, but when your friends can just be like, you know what, dude, just chill out, go easy on yourself, it's going to be okay. So, you know, let's just put that out there for some of you. Won't speak to everybody, but have to say it. One last one for this 9-card block. Okay, yes, Ace of Swords reversed. This is, again, the not knowing part. This is, again, full trust in your guides, the stars, the spirits, your angels, whatever. Full trust. And ultimately, this is more about following your heart than it is about your head. Because I'll tell you what, there are some of you that can rationalize the crap out of stuff. This is the self-sabotage part of Aries. This is the Pisces 12th house, Neptune retrograde stuff. You can rationalize yourself out of success. You can rationalize yourself out of happiness simply because it's new. It's new. That's it. That's all it is. People taking you seriously in a different kind of way. It's people listening to you in a different kind of way. People respecting you in a different kind of way. And Aries who aren't comfortable with that kind of stuff, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot big time. So if you just allow yourself to just be happy, following your heart, which Aries is so good at, following your heart and not necessarily listening to that whole dialogue that goes on up here, which we all have, this is all going to be great. But honestly, like I said, it's the ebb and flow, dancing with the stars, pushing a little bit and allowing the energy to push back, allowing other people to push back. It has to be a give and take. Now, a lot of signs this month, I'm saying like you either need to be aggressive to talk to this person or you need to hold back and let this person come to you. Aries, you're kind of an anomaly here because it's kind of both. It's reach out a little bit, let the other person come to the middle. Okay, you reach back, and it's a very delicate situation. But again, your intuition is super on point right now. So just allow yourself to trust yourself. If something happens, there's a blow up, there's a fight, it's really, really, really going to be okay. Because there will come a time where you will be able to express yourself fully, right? This is a continuation over the next several weeks until the sun hits Leo. So just enjoy the dance, okay? Now, let's put the camera down. Change this over here the way we do. Okay. Seven of Cups can be confusing, we know. Seven of Cups is always a card that suggests that we don't quite know. Oh, and the Hanged Man. Okay, well, these go very well hand in hand, and they're connected with the Neptune retrograde in the 12th. We also just had Venus enter Cancer, by the way. So there's just so much Cancerian, intuitive, deep self, higher consciousness, upgrading, all this kind of stuff happening. So when it comes to seeing the outcome, obviously it's in your best interest to just release any expectation of outcome. I think you're in a position now where you may be very happy to say, I really don't need this person. I really don't need this. I really don't need this problem. I don't need this opinion. I don't need this approval. I don't need this validation. And what happens when you have come to that point is you become free. And when you become free, you become fearless. And when you become fearless, anything is possible. So that's why I think some Aries are really struggling, is because like, well, what do you do when you're actually really free and you actually don't care? Some people would be happier with the comfortable self. So they revert backwards. And so they self-sabotage and they do the whole like cycle all over again. Because this is an opportunity for us to not do the same thing again. So stepping into the fearlessness, not caring about what people judge. And some of you might even be at a point like, I don't even care if I lose my job. Because you've come to that level of understanding that if that's what the outcome is, then that's okay. Because you've developed faith, right? Hanged Man is a lot about faith in the process. Faith that you're going to know at some point. Faith that you're going to see that there was a reason for everything. Because how many times do you need to have that in your life before you actually really start trusting that and having faith in that? Faith that if this person just like hates you and leaves, well, what it's doing is creating space for someone that loves you and wants to stay. If this company fires you, well, then what it's doing, it's giving you free time for you to find a job that's better suited for you. It's all in your own self-interest. So the fearlessness and the fearlessness of the attack of like your goals it's simply taking you to where you need to be. So, I mean, there's no bad energy here, no bad mojo here at all, with the exception of the Aries that some of you may be dealing with that are just sort of trapped in their own rationalization, rationalizing themselves out of success. And then that's really their problem, not yours. Okay, so let's take a look at a moon card, moon energy. Your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon, which we're making our way, right? We're officially into a waxing moon stage, waxing our way up to the full moon. So this is a waxing moon. So your commitment is being tested. Yeah, over the next 2 weeks, your commitment to yourself is really being tested. Your commitment to your own success, your commitment to your own happiness, not commitment to a person, your commitment to your experience of this life. Like, do you want to experience certain things in your life or not? You know? Do you want to enjoy success? Do you want to have a child? Do you want to have a family? Like, and you're probably going to hit those questions head on like a Mack truck, just boom, because of the nature of the season and because it's Capricorn, which is all about like where your life is going and how, you know, it's so much about your accomplishments. And I think that's really what this Three of Coins is. Okay, let's look at one last card before we pull the clarifiers. This is going to be an oracle card here. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Well, if that is not a perfect message for everything we just said, the word unbound itself is everything you need to know. And it is about liberation. It is about freedom. It is about not caring. My God, you guys, if you stop caring, you are going to go from 0 to 100 so fast, like so freaking fast. Because as you heal with Chiron in your sign, you become more and more whole and you connect better with people. And like, I don't know, this is just going to be an excellent, excellent time for you to get yourself into that next level, you know? So yeah, really, really great. So the cards that I pull now are going to be the cards that we're going to cover in the comprehensive. So if you want to join me, the link will be down below in the description. If not, then you can at least kind of see what else comes through. So let's start with the Three of Coins. Anything additional that you need to know about the Three of Coins? Ooh, excellent. Another Ace of Wands. We get a Page of Wands this time. This is what I mean by the dance with the communication. It's just about giving a little bit. Eventually you'll get to the meat of everything, but it's all page level communication right now from everybody. And there's the little drama. There can be a little melodrama. And Ace of Swords. Okay. This turns over real fast. So don't worry about getting your head on board. Just follow your gut. Follow your gut instinct. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys are so guided right now. It's like not even funny. That's what's on the table for you. That's literally within your grasp. 10 of Coins has been popping out big time. There's you, right? 10 of Coins has been popping out a lot because that's what's at stake. The ultimate reality. That's what's at stake. Everything you ever wanted. Your commitment is to your dreams. Ooh, another Eight of Wands. Your commitment is to your dreams, not to another person. Like, I'm sorry. And I know some people are going to be like, oh my God, no, like I don't want this Aries to leave my life. Well, you know, it's about being on the same page. It's about wanting the same things. If you guys don't want the same things, then it's in your best interest to leave this Aries behind too. You know, like let's just get our lives started already. Let's stop with all the drama and just start like being happy. Excellent. 9 and 10 of Coins, not even surprised. One more for that one. Oh my God. 10 of Wands. to be expected. It can't all be hunky-dory. It can't always all be all that. A hanged man again. It's so temporary though. Sometimes I feel like that hanged man can last months or years, but in this case, it's really just a couple of weeks. It's not really a big deal. Okay. Don't be discouraged by, another Seven of Wands reversed. Excellent. Don't be discouraged. People don't bite into your ideas right away. Like I said, it's a dance. It's not going to be accepted right away. It can't be accepted right away because there's too much processing involved, too much thinking. Everyone is just like, how do I really feel about it? How is this really going to go? Can we really do it? Can we really afford it? So there's just a lot of that. So that's kind of what you're working with, and that's totally okay. I feel like there's someone nasty that you're dealing with. That's what I'm saying, like the frenemy or the enemy, the adversary. Ooh, Knight of Cups, interesting. Okay. You do have an adversarial energy around you. You definitely do. You have an obstacle. There has to be a villain in the hero's story. There has to be. But that's what makes a hero a hero. Page level. Still page. There you are, upright. Perfect. Excellent, excellent. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups, leaving it behind. Confused or not, Aries is on a mission. Another page. Hanged Man. Two of Cups. The Moon. Your commitment is being tested. Your faith is being tested. Okay, that's what's really being tested here. All right, so I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you so much. If you want to join me, link will be down below as always, and I will see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.